Today I'm going to show you guys how to cut your own curtain bangs, because curtain bangs right now are all the rage. Curtain bangs are the bangs of 2021. I have seen them on Pinterest, I have seen them on TikTok, I've seen them on Instagram, I've seen them on all the social media platforms because they are so cute. Everyone wants them, and this really like 60s shag curtain bang whole situation is happening right now. It is back and we are embracing it. Now, with that said, it is really hard to get an appointment with a hairdresser right now because we are backlogged forever. I am booked until May. It's crazy, and a lot of my colleagues are booked even further out than that. So if you are dying for a change and you want to get some curtain bangs for spring, then follow along with this tutorial. However, I also want to say that if you cut your curtain bangs and they don't work out great and you're not living your best curtain bang life, then you cannot blame me, okay? I am just an innocent hairdresser teaching you how to do it. Proceed at your own caution. If that sounds good, give me a thumbs up on this video and let's get started. So what you're going to need is you are going to need some clips for sectioning. I really like using duckbill clips. You're also going to need some hairdressing scissors. Now, you cannot use kitchen scissors, you cannot use craft scissors. You guys really have to listen to me when I say this, because those scissors will not work. You will not get the result you want. You have to get hairdressing scissors. You have to spend a bajillion dollars on them? Absolutely not. I'm gonna leave some links in the description box below for tools that you might need if you're going to do regular bang trims and regular bang cuts on yourself. The next thing you're gonna need is a fine tooth comb. Let's get started with our cut, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to style it in a way that it sits beautifully on your face and doesn't, get in your eyes all day long. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to part your hair in a middle part. Did you guys know that the side part right now is very outdated? I don't know. Not everyone suits a middle part. I'm taking out my earrings. But the side part apparently is like really outdated. You're like 100 years old if you have a side part. I still love my side part. The next thing you're gonna do is you are going to take a triangular section, and you're gonna put the rest of your hair away so that you don't get confused. Now, this is gonna vary depending on how much hair you have and how much hair you want in your curtain fringe. Now, I have pretty fine hair, so I'm taking quite a large section, because if I take too little, it's not going to sit nicely on my face. It's just gonna be like wispy and it's just gonna blend in with the rest of my hair. I want my curtain fringe to be noticeable. So I take my point there that connects with my middle part, and I section it out into my temple area, and section it out on the other side into my temple area. And just make sure that you are even from here to here in your triangular parting. Now you're gonna grab that fringe and you're gonna wet it down. It is way easier to work with wet hair than with dry hair, because with dry hair, you get bumps, you get cowlicks, you get movement. So if you are cutting right from the beginning, you're gonna wanna cut on wet hair, because you're gonna get a much cleaner line. It's gonna look a lot better in the end. What you're gonna do is you're going to comb your bangs all the way down, and you are gonna start cutting right under your nose. You don't want these to be too short. You don't want to pop them up too high. You really do want them kind of grazing the cheekbone area, so don't cut them too high. I'm actually going to split my bangs in half so that I have more control over what I am doing. I hold my fingers parallel to the floor and then I cut. Now, using that section as a guide, we're going to cut the other side exactly the same length. And then you can grab both sides and see if you are even. This is how we check our work. Now, if we were to leave them here and just spread them, they would be really boxy and chunky and not cute. So we need to add some layering to them, and we need to add some bevel to them. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna split your hair again into that middle part, and you're going to grab this section, which is my left-hand side. I'm going to over direct it to my right-hand side, keeping my fingers parallel to the triangular parting. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off that little ledge right there. Now when I shift it back over, you can see how it's beveled itself. See that? As opposed to this side, which is pretty much, chunky and straight. This is now beveled itself. Move that section out of the way, grab that other section, over direct it, and cut off that little ledge. And now I like to put everything back into the middle and see if we are even. So we want to make sure that the long sides are even, the middle sides are even, and right in the center is even. If it's not even, you can go ahead and kind of softly point cut to even it out. Now, when it comes to blow drying your curtain fringe, a lot of people blow dry them forward. The reason that I don't blow dry them forward is if I blow dry my bangs totally forward, I find that they sit right in my eyes like this, and they're too long to sit in my eyes. They start to actually really bother me. So what I like to do, which is kind of rare, and I don't really see a lot of hairdressers teaching it this way, I actually like to blow dry it backwards, because when I blow dry it backwards, it gives me this lift and this instant swoop, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Now, if you want them a lot more forward than me, then you can do the same type of motion, but blow drying them forward. You can use a round brush for this and a blow dryer if you want. I really love using my BlowBrusher brush because this is just a 2-in-1. It's like a round brush with a blow dryer built in. I just find it a lot easier to work with when I'm doing my own hair. See, so when I do it this way, I get that instant swoop. Now I'm finding that they are still looking a little bit too chunky and a little bit too thick. So we're gonna go ahead and point cut them. I'm gonna show you how to do that now. So what you can do with your curtain fringe is you can over direct them all the way up. And now you can see that line is quite thick because I didn't point cut the first time. So you can go in and very carefully take your scissors and soften out that line. Even just by doing that, you notice how much softer it sits now, as opposed to this side that's a lot chunkier. Make sure that you're angling your scissors so they go right into the hair and not to the side, because if you go into the side, you're gonna chip away length. What you wanna do is you just wanna chip away density. Yeah, and I'm finding that looks great. Now, if you still feel like they are too heavy for you, what you can do is just direct them right into the center, and you can also point cut them this way. See, just like that, they look already really perfect. Now you can go ahead and you can flat iron them if you want to. I don't like to. I like to have some lift in here, and I like to have the movement that a blowout gives you. So I don't flat iron them, but if you have curlier hair, or if you have hair that needs more control, you can separate and go ahead and flat iron it with that little bit of curve. Now this is what they look like with your hair all down and straight. The best part about wearing this type of bang is that you can look really cute and put together with very minimal effort. Like sometimes if my hair is really dirty, what I'll do is just wash my bangs, I'll blow dry them back just like I showed you, I'll swoop them, and then I'll wear my hair even in some really messy little non-fancy bun. I'll put on some cute earrings, and I instantly look like a hairdresser with very, very little effort, as opposed to having to do your entire hair. Another great thing about wearing this fringe is that if you have really fine hair and you want to keep your hair blunt, you end up with a really boring haircut, but you can still give yourself the illusion of having thick hair with a blunt haircut, and then add an element of interest in the front, which is the curtain fringe. I'm gonna show you guys one other really cute way that I love wearing my hair like this. I really love wearing my hair half up, and I love having volume in my hair. So I'm gonna use the ponyo. I've done lots of videos on the ponyo, so if you are interested, you can check that out next. But I love just doing like a really high little half updo with my curtain fringe down. See, and this is one of my favorite ways to wear my hair. I think it's so youthful and so cute. I just have this puffy little half up pony, and then I have all this element of interest at the front with my curtain bangs. And the great thing is that they aren't sitting in my face. They're not too high maintenance. They don't get too hot. They just kind of sit softly around my face. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you do end up trying it, definitely tag me on Instagram at GlamGirlGabby. I love watching you guys follow along the tutorials, and I love seeing the results that you come up with. If you like this video, you may find this one really interesting next. I'll see you next week. Bye.